Hi, welcome to Electrical Drafting. I want to give you just a short overview of this course. I know you're all familiar with Moodle by now, so we don't need to go into a lot of detail about how Moodle works, but I just want to show you a few things about our class. When you open Moodle for this class, this is what you'll see. This happens to be a motor control circuit. We'll come back to that in a minute. And along the right side, you will find useful links about how to get help with your computer and with Zoom and so forth. Along the left side is that menu stack, also known as the hamburger. Clicking that hamburger will bring up the grades and so forth. So let's just go through the course here. We'll start at the top. And at the beginning here are the syllabus and the syllabus schedule. So let's look at that syllabus. I have it open here. This is a completely online class, as you know, so we don't have in-person office hours. Instead, you are welcome to reach out to me anytime. We can talk on the course forum. We can email. If you want to talk about something over Zoom, just let me know. We'll do that. Now, it says there's a required text, but the text is not required at all. I say required so that if you have financial aid that will buy books for you, you can get a copy of this book. There's only one chapter in this whole expensive book that's about electrical drafting, and I'm going to give you everything you need in this class, in the PowerPoints and assignments and handouts. So you don't need that book unless you would like to have one. And those of you who are drafting students will notice that this is a book that we use in some other mechanical classes also. So let me see, what do we want here? About grading criteria, there are no due dates at all. As long as you get everything done by the end of the term, you are good. There are some quizzes, there are some drawings, there's one final exam, which is just another quiz, and it's short. So there's not too much to worry about. We're going to go look at the schedule in just a second. But I wanted to just remind you that it's a good idea to stay in touch with your advisor. And if you're in construction or drafting, your advisor is Cheryl. If you're in other majors, I'm not sure. And I wanted to remind you about the Center for Accessible Resources and the fact that if you have a learning difference that's not diagnosed, don't let that stop you. Get a hold of me and we'll figure out how to make things work for you. So there's a quick look at the syllabus. And let us now look at the syllabus schedule, which I make a homemade schedule in Excel, and it looks like this. And here are the weeks and the dates along the left. And then here are the topics, and you'll notice that we have the topics divided into some general categories related to electrical stuff. So in the first 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to talk about basic ideas. Well, I was going to say, what is electricity? We are still not totally sure, but we're going to talk about the basic ideas insofar as we know them, about how electricity works, and we'll try and get a handle on some basic vocabulary and how you can figure some things out. Then we'll look at big scale stuff. So that is utilities, power generation plants like at Bonneville Dam. What if you worked for a utility? What would those drawings look like? What are substations like? Where there are utility poles, what are the things on them, and so on and so forth. Then, in the middle of the term, we'll drop down to medium scale stuff, and those are motor control circuits. So if you're in, let's say, a plant or a warehouse or a factory, that's using three-phase motors, 480-volt motors, and you want to make a circuit with start and stop buttons to start and stop the motors, what does that look like and how do those work? Then we'll look at some small scale stuff, electronics. What do the schematics look like? What do those symbols look like? What do they mean? And so forth. And we'll end up with related to electronics, logic diagrams, and integrated circuits. Now, this is a 2-credit class, so it's half as much work as a 4-credit class. There are not a lot of drawings. We have 4 drawings. They're not heavy duty. And we have some quizzes. You notice there's no midterm, there's only a final. And I just want to remind you that you can do these quizzes anytime during, excuse me, anytime during the term that you want, as long as you get them all done by Monday of finals week, that will be fine. Same thing with the drawings. If you can get the drawings done before the end of the term, I will be able to make comments and send them back to you, and you can fix them up and submit them again. The quizzes also, you are allowed multiple attempts with the quizzes. So you can do the quiz. If you get something wrong, you can go back and do it again. So there's that. What did I want to say? I wanted to show you what's up with the drawings. So let's cruise down through our schedule here. You'll notice that the term is organized by weeks. And before we look at the drawings, let me just point out our first assignment is this thing called an introductions forum. And by now you are probably familiar with how this works. This is in lieu of attendance. You need to go to this forum and post something so that the college knows, oh yeah, you really did intend to take this course, not you signed up and you forgot and now you're getting a bill. So you have to do this by Sunday night, which is April 9th. So there's that. The first week has a couple of quizzes. It has, I'm going to click on this. So here's some fundamentals. Here are PowerPoint slides and a video with me talking about the slides. Let me just point out that you probably will want to download the PowerPoint slides and keep them on your computer so you can refer to them and have them forevermore. Then watch the video. They use the slides as a framework, but I'm going to talk about more details in the video than are in the PowerPoint. I'm going to go back up to the top here using these breadcrumbs and go back to week 1. There's week 1. Now let's go down to there's week 2. In week 2, we have a simple drawing called a block diagram, which is super, super simple. I'll click on that assignment. It looks like this. See those 3 symbols there? I have drawn those symbols for you already according to IEEE drawing standards. And they are in this drawing called EL04 block diagram. There's the name of it, going back here. So open that drawing and use that, and you will have the set of symbols there that you can just put together. And that is true of the other drawings, and I kind of forget which week they are in. I think this is where week 8 is where the schematics are. The schematic drawing is for electronics. It looks like this, and I have given you these symbols in a CAD drawing that you can just assemble together. Same is true of the motor control. There it is. The motor control drawing, it looks like this, and I have given you these symbols. So that will make things easier to manage. Then down at the very last term, this is where you will find your final exam. It's just a short quiz, and you can do this anytime you want. If you want to do it today, that's totally fine. Do it whenever you want. Just get it done by Monday of finals week, and we'll be good. So let's stay in touch. Reach out to me by email. We can do Zoom if you want. Use these course fora. And I hope you have a good term, and I hope you think it is interesting.